everyone. So I am super excited because I get to be I was asked to be the May guest designer for SPIEGELMOM Scraps, which is this awesome, adorable little online shop. If you've never heard of it before, the link will be down below. And these are the beautiful, beautiful products I'll be using from the store. You saw the cork hearts, and these are gold sweetheart confetti. And then we have these gorgeous ruby red slipper confetti. And then we have this wood veneer set from Amy Tangerine, and I'm going to use that wooden heart that's right there on top. They're wooden tags, I think. So many fun products, and I'm going to have lots of videos for you this month using lots and lots of different products, including some fun mixed media stuff. But these are the products from the store that I'll be using for this layout. So as soon as I opened my guest designer bag of goodies, I knew I wanted to use these red sequins, and I wanted to hand make a couple of embellishments with them. So the first thing I'm going to do is to make these beautiful hearts, and all I did was I punched some hearts onto white cardstock. And then I started by placing a little bit of glue up at the top and the bottom of the heart, like you see there, kind of as a placeholder, so I didn't lose the shape of my heart. And then I'm just going to put little dots of glue, and I'm going to put sequins all around the edges of my heart. For my layout, I'm going to use white cardstock, so on the layout, you can't even tell that these are punched shapes. They look like just red sequin hearts on the layout, but they're punch shapes. And I think that this is a really, really cute idea. You could not use hearts. You could use hexagons. You could use triangles. You could use stars. Would be really cute if they were big enough. You'd have to be careful with stars, but and for the background paper, since my cardstock is white because I plan on doing my layout on white cardstock, but I was thinking you could use craft, you could use a different colored cardstock, or what would be really cute is if you wanted to use a pattern paper, you could punch your shapes with the coordinating paper in a 6x6 paper pad, and you would see the punch shapes a little bit, but I think it would be a really cute kind of neat technique to try. So there's lots of fun shapes, and there's tons of different colors of sequins you can use to make this. I do really like how these turned out, and I like how the punched part just kind of blends in with the white cardstock background, so you can't really tell. They almost look like I did them freeform onto the white cardstock because they really blend in. So it makes for a really nice effect when you use the same color background. And so here is my finished heart, and I went ahead and made a whole bunch of them. And here they all are, really sparkly and pretty. So that's the first little embellishment that I'm going to use on my layout. And now I'm going to get to work a little bit on my layout. So I chose this photo of our puppy, Cooper, and I chose 3 papers from my stash. These are all from the Echo Park Dots and Stripes line. Different lines. I believe one is all the neutral with the craft, and then the other one is the black and white and gray and teal one, and I just chose really neutral colors because I wanted something craft because I wanted to use the cork and the wood grain, but I also didn't want to put a lot of color on the layout because I really want the red from those ruby red sequins to pop. And now I am just with a pair of scissors drawing out my layers. I didn't mind if they were a little bit uneven or a little bit messy. I really like messy layers, and when I'm looking back, I actually kind of wish I'd maybe torn one of the layers, but I do love how this turns out at the end. So I decided to go with just messy hand-cut mats on my photo. Now I'm going to decide where I want my photo to go. I'm going to do things a little bit backwards on this layout. So usually when I do a layout, the last thing I'm going to do is sprinkle Heidi Swap Color Shine on it. But I have a really definite plan for this layout, and so I decide that I really want my Heidi Swap Color Shine in specific spots, and I want it to dry. So first I'm going to fight with this washi tape a little bit because I want it to be straight, and as long as it's straight, I'm happy. So I'm just going to try to line it up. I have one of those green mats from American Crafts, and I love it because I use it so often as a way to measure stuff on my layout, in not just as a mat, but also to keep things straight and measure it. And I do think this washi tape is still a little crooked, but when the layout is, I didn't notice it while I was making it, and now you can't, it doesn't look crooked in the final layout. So I'm going to decide where these two big pieces are going to go and which side I'm going to have them on. And I do play around with this idea of using these wood veneer words that were also from the SPIEGELMOM scrap shop. They're from Studio Calico. And ultimately, I don't use them because, well, you'll see what I end up with at the end. But now I'm going to go ahead and sprinkle my black Heidi Swapp Color Shine, and then I'm going to sprinkle my gold Heidi Swapp Color Shine. And I'm going to create almost like a background for my embellishments to sit on. This like really pretty speckled background, and I put a lot on because I know that a lot of it is going to get covered up. And those two big huge drops at the bottom there, yeah, that's why I cover my photo every time. Because inevitably, now and then, two big huge drops end up right where they would be on my photo. Now I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. This layout is a very patient layout. I'm so sorry, my dog decided he just has to scratch outside the door, so I don't know if you can hear that or not. I decided to create another handmade embellishment for this layout, and that is with those Amy Tangerine wood veneer tags. So I start by putting a lot of Scotch quick dry glue behind the tag and attaching it to a piece of white cardstock. And then I'm going to fill in the entire bottom of that tag with Scotch quick dry adhesive. And then I'm going to place a whole bunch of sequins and fill in that heart. Now I started with an initial layer of sequins, so I start out by just laying them all in there. They overlap a little bit here and there, and then there are still white spots, and I don't want any white spots. So I'm taking this same glue, Scotch quick dry adhesive, in a fine line bottle, and I'm putting a little more glue and kind of piling the sequins up until you can't see any more white and the heart is completely filled with sequins. And I have to say right from the beginning that no paintbrushes were harmed in the making of this layout. That blue paintbrush is already totally gummed up with glue because it's my glue paintbrush. So I do keep it clean and I wash it in between, but you're going to see me use it again with another medium that's, you know, very sticky and not so good. And so I will just say from the get-go, that is my glue paintbrush. I keep it just specifically for glue and, you know, stuff that's really not going to clean out of it. It's not like a good paintbrush that I use for watercoloring or any other kind of mixed media at all. And I'm just filling that in. So you'll see my head a little bit because I'm really looking at all the sequins. I want to make sure that from the top and looking down, that whole heart is really filled in. So I'm going to let that dry just for a really small period of time. It's that Scotch quick dry glue really dries really quick, so it doesn't take very long. And then we are ready to go on to the next step, which is this. I don't want any of those sequins to fall off. I don't want them to fall out of that wood tag, and I don't want them to move. So you'll see me add a little bit more adhesive, and I'm just wanting the sequins to stay all piled up the way I like them, and I don't want them to move. So I have kind of an interesting way of dealing with that. And again, this works because I'm a patient scrapper, so I don't mind if stuff takes a long time in between steps. In fact, I am a great believer in just walking away from stuff and letting it dry completely between steps, because I've had too many mixed media and too many projects that I've ruined because I got impatient and I didn't let things dry in between. So now I'm going to put a huge amount of glossy accents over those sequins just to make sure that they stay put. First, I'm going to fight with my glossy accents bottle because it clogs. Why do they clog so bad? Ugh. We need a new glossy accents bottle. And there's the glue, again, my paintbrush, which is already coated in glue. It's okay. But I do use it to keep the glossy accents where I want them, because I don't want them, I don't want it to spill out onto the wood veneer. And now we're going to fast forward ahead to the next morning, because I let it dry overnight, and now it's clear and glittery, and those sequins are not going anywhere. So now it's time to put all of our fun little homemade or handmade embellishments all together. So I'm going to place the sequined hearts along the border there and also up in the top left for a little cluster of embellishments. So we have three clusters of embellishments, and it takes us right around the page and right around the photo. And I'm going to go on a small little tangent here and check out those adorable little glass bowls or dishes. I don't know what you call them. I found them. I think a friend of my grandmother's gave them to me ages ago. And we're talking maybe like 12, 14 years ago. And I was spring cleaning in my dining room, and I found them. And, well, they probably have, a very dining room-ish kind of purpose. I'm going to start using them to put my ephemera and sequins in, because they're just beautiful and I love them. And then they're being used, and they're not just in a drawer in the hutch in my dining room. But aren't they adorable? I love them. They're so, so, so cute. And I have 5 of them, so yeah, they're adorable, very useful. So I'm not going to make you watch me glue down all these teeny tiny little sequins, but that's where they're going to end up. All those sequins are going to end up there. Now I'm adding some doilies for a nice place for my title to rest, and also for a nice little background behind my tag here. And I'm still trying to use that wooden tag you see there on the left. That's from the Studio Calico line. And I still am kind of thinking I want to use it, put some wood somewhere else, and put it up there. And while I have it up there and I'm looking at it, I came up with this really, 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 really fabulous idea for another layout using those Studio Calico wood things. So you'll see it disappear. And when you have title problems, just pull out the black foam Fitzgerald thickers. Oh, wait. There they are, the Fitzgerald thickers. And I apparently can't spell the word you backwards, because I start by putting the O there, and that's not right. So my title is going to be I Ruff You. And look at that cute little face. Unfortunately, he's right outside the door while I'm trying to do this voiceover, trying to make as much noise as possible, so it's a good thing he is so stinking cute. And that's all I have to say about that. So that'll be my title. I will have a link down below to the blog post at the SPIEGELMOM Scraps blog, where you can see the whole layout and some more photos and a little write-up and links to all the products I used. And I hope that you will come back and visit me all month long. I will have a new process video up every Wednesday and a blog post over at the SPIEGELMOM Scraps blog every Wednesday, and we will have a ton of fun. So here is our layout completely finished, and everything is glued down. I'm just going to do a little journaling at the bottom with my Muji pen. And it's just going to be some simple journaling. There isn't a big story to go along with this photo. My dog was just being adorable and cute, and I wanted to take a picture of him. But I do put the wrong month and the wrong year on the journaling. So when you see the full photos of the layout, there's some letter stickers covering that up, because it was taken in April, not March, that photo. And here it is all done, and I'm going to show you some close-ups, trying to catch all the little sparkliness in the light, because this layout just shimmers. It's so, so beautiful. And I hope you will check out the store and get some beautiful sequins too, because the store is fabulous. She has such a wonderful collection of fun little products. Here are some close-ups. I'd love to hear your comments, or like and subscribe, and stop in again soon. We'll see you later. Bye.